Hello, good evening. This is Badru. I made a counter. I made a counter earlier on for that counts from 0 to 9, but this is a modification. This time around, I made a counter that counts from 0.0 to 9.9. It's pretty much the same implementation, the same design as the previous one, as the previous thing we did. Just that this time around, we're using two 7-segment displays. The first 7-segment display is going to count from the first 7-segment display, which is one on the left, is an integer part, and the second one, which is on the right, is a fractional part, and it has a decimal number, a decimal point there. That decimal point I was able to put that by connecting the decimal pin to ground. Since this is a common anode, 7-segment display, that would light up that particular LED for the decimal point. And okay, now I want you to see the counter count from 0.0 to 9.9. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna start. I used a delay of 500 milliseconds. So as you can see, it's a lot faster compared to the previous counter which I created a delay of 1 second for. This is much more faster. When I did this the first time for the counter from 0.0 to 9.9, I used a delay of 1 second, but I noticed it was very slow. It would take me forever, so I just used a lower delay, and then it's almost getting to 9.9, 8.5, 8.6, 8. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. You've seen it count from 0.0 to 9.9. Now I'm going to talk about the code. Right, we had a code that counted from 0 to 9 from the previous demo I did. So all I had to do, this is a very simple lab. It's just, there's nothing new. We're not learning anything new. It's just a modification of what we did before. So this time around, the decimal point is going to be on continuously, so we don't have to worry about that. We don't need any special equipment for that. We don't need to connect that to the decoder. All we just need to disconnect the pin to the ground. Then I created a function called counter within my code. I don't know if you can see, that's the function I created. And for the function, okay, I'm trying to go to the function definition. Yeah, I created a function, and I made the function count from 0 to 9 with a delay of 500 milliseconds, which I said earlier. So after creating that, I then went to my main function, my loop function. Then I counted for the 7-segment display on the left. I counted from 0 to 9 too. But this time around, it didn't depend on the delay. The number change didn't depend on the delay. The number change depended on the function which I created, the counter. So after each digit, I called upon the counter function. So for instance, this is 0. The first number is 0. After it displays 0 for the integer part, it's then going to start counting the fractional part, which is the counter function. It's going to count from 0 to 9, and that's what happens when it's counting from 0 to 9. As soon as that is done, it then goes to the second digit, which is 1 in this case. Then it counts from 0 to 9. The fractional part counts from 0 to 9, then goes to 2, the same thing on and on until it gets to 9. Then when it gets to 9, it calls upon the function, and then it goes to 0 again. So that's pretty much the implementation. That's pretty much the design, the algorithm I used for this particular project. I hope you're able to understand how I came about this from my explanation. Thank you so much, and I wish you all a great one. This is Hassan Badru.